Namaskaram. Welcome to day 62 of the Safe Soil Journey. So yesterday we were looking at how Brahma Muhurtam, getting up at Brahma Muhurtam and doing one sadhana, especially the practices you have been initiated into. If you have been initiated into some practice, then doing it at Brahma Muhurtam is very conducive. So today we'll look at a few ways in which can assist you in getting up at Brahma Muhurtam easily. So one of the things which you can do is if you can alter your schedule in such a way so that you sleep early. So if you sleep early, then only you will be able to see that your body naturally comes awake by that time. So generally in the ashram, the way the schedule is that by around 9:30, everybody is off to bed so that they can get enough rest. And I have noticed that especially those 2.5 hours before midnight, that is something if you just sleep during that time, you will see your body is very gets a good amount of rest. Actually, I've heard people saying that just those few hours of sleep which they have just before midnight, that makes a huge difference, and it's equivalent to almost double that time. I don't know how true is that, but at least in people's experience, many of them feel that just by sleeping earlier. So let's say if they go to bed by around 9:30 or maximum 10, very easily they are able to get up before 5 or even earlier. By around Brahma Muhurtam time, they are very easily able to get up. So please try to do this step by step. For example, if you can change your dinner schedule, see if you can have an early dinner, let's say by around 7 o'clock in the night, and then sleep by around 9:30, so there is enough time after your meal. So if you have to have your dinner early, then everything needs to change accordingly. You may need to have your brunch or lunch earlier and wake up earlier. So this is the way, one of the ways in which you can do. If you can sleep earlier, then it'll be much easy for your system to get up earlier as well. Otherwise, you'll find that if you wake up at Brahma Muhurtam, you may open your eyes, but still, you may fall asleep after some time during your sadhana because your body is not well rested. So only if you get enough rest, adequate amount of rest by sleeping earlier, then getting up at Brahma Muhurtam and doing your sadhana is a possibility. Another thing which you can try to do is see if you can, have a very light dinner or have more raw food during dinner. Having at least 50% raw foods or having a much more lighter dinner, like including more porridges, fruits, salads, etc. during your dinner can be very helpful. What I have experimented with and seen that if I have a very light dinner and then go to sleep, it becomes much more easy for me to get up. But if you have something very heavy in nature and then go to bed, then you will see getting wet Brahma Muhurtam will be a big challenge. So try to see if you can experiment with your diet, especially at night, and see if it makes a difference. Another thing which you can do is try to chew each morsel of food at least 24 times, especially for dinner. Then you will see getting up at Brahma Muhurtam becomes much more easy. Your system may just naturally come awake, because what happens if you chew the food 24 times, as we looked at earlier, most of the food gets digested in the mouth region itself, and your body feels very light and energetic when it gets up. So that is another thing which you can do. Apart from that, if you can switch off your electronic devices or like laptops, mobiles, etc., whatever you're using, at least 1.5 hours or 1 hour before you go to sleep, and just see if you can take a shower before going to bed, meditate, and go to bed in a conducive state, then it will be very helpful for you to get up early in the morning. If you're also doing some yogic practices like yogasana, surya kriya, then it'll assist you by aligning your system with the sun cycles, and very not easily your system may be able to wake up at Brahma Muhurtam. But the most important thing is to sleep early, because if you sleep by around 11 or 12 o'clock and then expect to get up at Brahma Muhurtam, it may be a big challenge. Even if you manage to get up, you will see that you may not get enough rest, and after some time you may tend to fall asleep. So try to do this, and you can share your experience of this. There are so many people who have gone through our Dvijas program, which happens at Brahma Muhurtam for 21 days. It's an online program, and many of them have made this a part of their life, and they're even continuing even now to wake up at Brahma Muhurtam and make use of this. So if any of them wish to share their experience of how it has been and what has helped them to continue, it would be nice to hear from them. Apart from that, even anyone else, if you wish to share your experience, please do so, and see that for the remaining part of the journey, the safe soil journey, if you can make this a part of your life. You can see if you can complete a mandala, and maybe this could be an offering to save soil. Namaskaram.